A very pleasant good afternoon as we welcome you into our Tuesday edition of the Lion Country Kia Goon and Ironhead show here on Sports Radio 98.7 The Fox. We are at Quaker Steak and Lube, our home away from home, and place we love to be on Tuesday and Thursday afternoon from 2 to 4. And well, a few things to talk about. It's going to be a pretty fun weekend coming up here in the Valley of Happiness.
I just texted Pat Kraft and Vinny Joseph, as the two guys in charge of the whole who got this wrestling thing going here.
Yep.
And I said, hey, guys, don't get too upset about the snow. And I got to say that there is a big time buzz about this game. And there really is.
Oh,
I know it's a lot of people are talking about. I have a lot of people coming up from the Philadelphia area for this game because it's just one of those things that you got to be part of. I think it's a great idea on their part to get all this stuff set up, and it's going to be a great time. I really think it's going to be a great thing here.
Yeah.
Hopefully it continues, but I mean, you can't, the elements, you got to take those into account, but I don't know. It'd be pretty cool. A little bit of, there was that Penguins Capitals game that was in like the sort of the snow.
The first one, the first one was
game
with the Sabres.
That was awesome.
Yeah, you couldn't have a movie script couldn't have put that in any better setting. So a few things about it. One is kudos to Guy Gadowski, the team, and Micah Parsons for doing absolutely everything they could ahead of this game to set the stage and make people want to be part of this, either for Penn State, which obviously most of the folks that'll be there on Saturday will be, or against Penn State. That's fine. If you want to get a bunch of Michigan State fans to come and help fill up the stadium, all the better. So that was a phenomenal weekend.
It was
out in Madison for the Nittany Lions. Gavin McKenna continues to just come on like gangbusters on the goal scoring front, and adding that to what was already an impressive resume in the field for the game and being able to set up his teammates. He has just gone to another level. And this team feels like it has gone to another level. Again, after giving up the 2-0 lead on Friday night, they roar back with 7 straight goals. And then Saturday's game just had the feel of, playoff hockey, like a goalie battle, defensive-oriented game. And Wisconsin is kind of grinding out the 1-0 game, and then all of a sudden Penn State finally breaks through with about 5 minutes into the third period there. I think 4.5 minutes or so into the third period.
Yep.
They get on the board, and then they take the lead late, and then McKenna obviously with the empty netter to basically put the game away. There's a little extra chippiness at the end of the game.
Mm-hmm.
You have Micah Parsons there, which adds a whole nother element in terms of interest from the outside looking in, and that celebration. And then kind of Wisconsin plays into it with the, hey, where's my fudge? I think that's what he was asking Guy Gadowski. Guy apparently was supposed to bring fudge, and he's like, "Way, where's the fudge?" And something along those lines.
I thought it was.
I'm not great at reading lips.
I thought it was
something along
Sticky
those
Bunch
lines.
from the diner, but
it
could be me.
Yeah, it might have been a misunderstanding. Anyways, students had a lot of fun at the expense of Penn State through the first 2 periods, and then I think it's fair to say the players had a little fun. Maybe a lot of fun at the expense of the Wisconsin students at the end of the game, and that is what caused maybe some extra hurt feelings at the end of the contest.
Same thing Oregon did to our fans that they beat us in overtime.
Regardless, this is fuel to the fire for college hockey. It has more eyeballs tuning in. The folks that are already invested or more invested, either way, great stuff. So that is the highlight. The men's game on Saturday, 1 o'clock. Penn State is up to number 5 in the coaches poll this week. Michigan State holding steady at number 2, just behind Michigan. So this is all, again, exciting and great news. Thank you.
And that's important,
we have
too.
the important food being brought. So this is all part of a huge weekend, though, in Penn State athletics. And everything will kick off with a track and field team that is really putting some stuff together. And I think at 11 o'clock or thereabouts on Friday morning, that'll be the first home event that kicks everything off for, again, just this wild weekend of home Penn State athletics. The first hockey game ever at Beaver Stadium will be Friday afternoon at 1, and that'll be the Penn State women, ranked 4th in the country, by the way, taking on Robert Morris. Penn State has already clinched the AHA championship. By the way, can we really not get 2 more teams to add hockey in the Big Ten. Women's hockey? Because the top 4 teams right now, there is no Big Ten women's hockey conference because you need 6 teams. They only have 4. Those 4 teams happen to be ranked right now 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Is that good
in the country?
Is that
it's pretty good? Not too bad. So Penn State and Robert Morris again, 1 o'clock in women's hockey on Friday at Beaver Stadium.
I'm debating. I'm honest to God.
The men will on Friday night kick off that series with Michigan State. They will have a game at Pagula before heading out to Beaver Stadium on Saturday afternoon. So that'll be Friday night. Of course, you have Penn State Wrestling Friday night at the Jordan Center.
Get out of here.
As Penn State takes on a Nebraska team that darn near pulled the upset over Ohio State. Now, the Buckeyes were without their top-ranked 157-pounder, but needed the win by Nick Feldman at heavyweight in sudden victory to beat A.J. Ferrari, and that was the difference, ultimately, 17-16. The Buckeyes win that duel. So it's a Nebraska team that comes in, even with that loss, I would argue with a little bit of momentum in maybe, hey, you know what, we're maybe a little closer to where we were at the end of last year than we thought, even a week earlier, or even a couple of days earlier for that matter, in the season. So that'll be Friday night. There's also going to be men's tennis, the swimming and diving teams at home over the weekend. Men's volleyball has a big series against Hawaii Friday night and Saturday night in Rec Hall. Penn State men's basketball will be looking for its second straight conference victory on Sunday afternoon against Minnesota. I'm giving them the win at Northwestern Thursday night.
Let's get it done, boys.
So all of this and more, I'm missing a few things, and we'll fill in the gaps as the show unfolds. But, I mean, it is just going to be a wild, wild weekend for Penn State sports fans on the campus. Penn State men's gymnastics has a huge one on Sunday afternoon as well against Illinois. Penn State and Illinois just tied in a tournament event this past weekend. They finished in a tie for a second, and so then a week later, here we go. Which team can make adjustments the quickest, and that's again a great opportunity for Durandi Jepson and his squad. And again, that'll be Sunday afternoon at Rec Hall. So all of that and more going on over the course of the weekend. Just a lot of fun. Don't forget the women's match is yep. So all of the. All of these
great
things going on this weekend, and there are some opportunities if you're coming in, and especially if you're going to wrestling on Friday night, to men's hockey on Saturday afternoon, and to men's basketball on Sunday afternoon. There are some package deals available And even if you're going to any two of those three events, there's some
great
you can
deal they
package
made.
them and get a deal on the tickets for that. So just a very, very exciting weekend coming up for Penn State athletics. And again, you now have both hockey teams ranked in the top 5. Penn State, the men are actually the formula they use that's similar to the RPI to determine the seeding and who gets in for the hockey playoffs. Penn State is actually 4th in that, meaning they would be a 1 seed in one of the brackets if the postseason were to start today.
Yep.
And the postseason is not starting today.
Big Ten tournament ahead of us, I think. Still,
be assured. So, but man, what an opportunity and what a great job to set the stage and build the excitement and anticipation by the Nittany Lions this past weekend at Wisconsin. Just 2 great come-from-behind wins against a really good Wisconsin team in their place. That is the way you build some momentum and get people buzzing about this weekend's opportunity against currently the second-ranked team in the country.
I just love the fact that they're doing this Winter Expo, is what they pretty much should be calling it, because of the Winter Sports Exhibition, because this has always been that done week, that weekend in between the conference title games and the NFL and then Super Bowl Sunday.
Yep.
There's always wrestling, there's basketball going on, but to put it all in the same weekend and have them all here, and when people can come back to the winter, I mean, dude, when you think about Penn State in the winter, this is like what you're thinking of right now. If you look outside, I'm driving in here today. I'm seeing those. I'm seeing absolute mountains of snow in the Walmart and Sam's Club parking lot, and I was like, that looks like when I was in college.
Yeah.
Like I was talking to somebody. I was talking to my buddy Joe over here, who was on the team with me in '95, and we were talking about it. I was like, when you and I were growing up, and when we were in school, it seemed like we were getting at least two 20-plus inches blizzards a year. We haven't had one in 20 years. So, hey, it is what it is. So, some bad timing, I guess, having to clean the stadium out and the parking lots out and all that stuff to have the game getting ready to go. And then, there is a threat, and it is just a threat. They won't know more until Thursday about the people are complaining or scared of a new weather system that might come through on Saturday. And if it does, it does. It's been bumped.
Sunday night into Monday.
It's been bumped out that it's not going to be there for the game Saturday. So,
I
mean, I think so many people coming up here Saturday for the game. I'm starting Friday night. There's people going to the wrestling match on Friday night.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I'm literally debating if I want to go watch the outdoor hockey game, the women's game, just to sit outside, because I have a suite pass Saturday for the men's game. Sorry, I don't want to dog anybody, but I may want to sit outside for a little bit watching the game.
How big will the parking mess be Friday night? It's going to be a mess. The one thing that does help a little bit, now it's going to make it probably more challenging for the wrestling fans, but at least you're not shouldn't be having everybody trying to come in at once. The hockey game will be a couple of hours earlier than the wrestling match, but yes, that means that a lot of the lots that you would like to use, if you're a wrestling fan, a lot of those spaces will already be occupied by the time you get up there. So,
but they haven't cleared, though.
Allow yourself a little extra time. Be patient. Listen to what people are telling you in terms of the instructions and where you have other opportunities to park your vehicle. Again, it is going to be not just Friday night and Saturday. It is going to be a zoo trying to get in and around campus, and it is just take your time.
Saturday.
Give yourself extra time.
We're getting shuttled up there.
Yeah,
I'm not parking the car up there.
Yeah, there's just a lot going on again all over campus, but certainly when you have two events, the magnitude the Penn State will hear on Friday night with the hockey team taking on Michigan State at Pagula Ice Arena, and the wrestling team taking on Nebraska at the Jordan Center. Yes, it is going to be congested, and it's going to be a bit of a battle to try to get a spot and get in there safely on time.
If anybody
is there early,
if anybody is asking, I did purchase tickets today. I bought a dozen tickets today on the lower level that have been returned. So there are some good tickets out there. They're in WB, which I thought they weren't going to sell the W section out. I was told that they were not going to have the West Side sold at all, and that's not true. The fake seats they're not using, but they're using the regular bowl seats. So there will be, it will wrap around. So I don't have the exact number of how many tickets were sold. I really don't. But I'd love to know.
Last figure I saw was about 67,000.
And think about that. 67,000 and 110,000 seats. I mean, what's it going to look like? You know what I mean? It's like, going to look, oh, man, it didn't sell out. Like, wow, there's still 67,000 people there to watch a hockey game.
Yep.
And it's going to be
pretty cool.
Awesome. So, like I said, the tickets are there. There is some stuff right there about the parking that you can buy your tickets, buy your parking online for the Friday nights before, just to, get it done and move quicker. And then the last comment we got, yes, today at 5:30 is when the Big Ten is releasing their football schedule. Finally,
yes.
Only a month and a half late. No big deal.
Yeah, a little crazy that. So
I'm looking forward
to
well, we already know the Temple game September 12th in Philadelphia. So I already know that one. That one's not, I'll go to that one. But I'm going to Washington. I'm going to Seattle. I want to see it.
That should be.
So I had my
quite the scene.
Stevie Entman here a couple of years ago when Washington played here, and he's probably the most famous Washington alum of all time. He's out there. He's all fired up. He's like, I just got to know the weekend because I don't know. I don't know if you've ever seen it, but they call it sailgating. And the stadium is right on.
Oh, yeah.
Right on the river or the lake or whatever, Olympia, I guess. And you just, you can run a boat for $7,000 for the day and have 15 people on a boat.
Yeah.
Sailgating. I mean,
there you go.
As a professional tailgater, Jeff, I mean, you got to try it, right? You got to do like, hey, I've been sailgating before and I've been tailgating. I've done both, but I'm interested to see how the sailgate works. But I want to go to Seattle, see Washington.
Yeah.
So I'm interested to see the schedule tonight, see what kind of games. And we don't have a great home schedule. I guess some of the timing would be it's important of when the games will be.
Yeah.
They won't release the time of the games,
no.
Just the dates. It'll be an interesting release tonight. I'm interested in looking at it.
A lot of people are ready to circle their calendars.
Yes, sir. And then what is Sunday? What is going on the sports world Sunday here? Basketball has a home game
here.
Right?
Yeah, the men's basketball team will be at the Jordan Center against Minnesota. I think that's 2:00 tip. 1:00, the men's gymnastics team will be taking on Illinois. That'll be a big time gymnastics meet between two powerhouse Big Ten programs, and probably a couple of teams that if they can get hitting on all cylinders,
got a chance.
Legit national title contenders here in 2026. Those are probably the highlights of the Sunday schedule. But yeah, it's just.
No wrestling Sunday?
A great weekend. No wrestling.
Well, bye week, bye day.
Any more Sundays this season?
So
everything now will be Friday night.
Ironhead walked in today, and I said, when did they make that decision?
The weather changes things. But right now, Friday nights only, the rest of the way, dual meet-wise for Penn State.
So was that unprecedented what Penn State did Friday, Saturday, two dual meets in 24 hours and 2 shutouts?
I don't know if it's unprecedented, but it was pretty darn special, especially racking up the number of takedowns they did. We'll run through in the next segment. Just some of the statistics.
Your boy in the Big Ten Network was going off yesterday.
This program is putting up. It is it's really hard to get your head around what this team has been able to do. And by the way, it's sports. There's a like Ohio State. I know there's some Penn State fans that are like, man, we're gonna shut out Ohio State, or they're only gonna win one or two, and that could very well be. But also, it's not unreal. Like, they're making fun of the Ohio State fans. I'm telling you, it is not an unrealistic scenario that Ohio State wins, at least 5 bouts in that dual meet. And I'm with you. There's a reason for the confidence from the Penn State side, for sure. But man, I am telling you, that is a really good and remarkably well-balanced Ohio State team as well. I think that is going to be a dual meet, regardless of what the dual score ends up being. You're going to see 6 to 8 matches that are going to be like very top end on both sides. I like kind of college wrestling at its very best. And even in the other, all 10 matches, you're going to have 2 guys who know a little something about what they're doing, battling out there. That one is going to be a really fun dual meet on February 13th. That'll be the final conference duel of the season for the Nittany Lions. A couple of quick programming notes. Tomorrow night on Sports Radio 98.7 The Fox, we will have one of the better girls basketball games you're going to see in this area all season, maybe the best. St. Joseph's will be home with Williamsburg. Williamsburg has 1 loss on the season. St. Joseph's has lost just twice. Both those teams know how to get out after it. That is going to be a fun matchup. The Browns will have our coverage tomorrow night. Tip-off has been moved. If you're looking at an old schedule or something, they've moved it to a 6 o'clock tip-off tomorrow night. So the Browns will be on the air right around 5:50 tomorrow evening. So looking forward to that one. And then again, just a wild weekend of Penn State sports coming up Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And hockey at Beaver Stadium. We've been talking about it for a long time.
It's funny.
And now it will be here this weekend. Again, there's a women's game Friday afternoon, and then the men take center stage with a Big Ten showdown. 2 of the teams that are in the mix here to win the national title this season in Penn State and Michigan State. It is going to be just.
And they don't like each other. They're not fans of each other. This was a pretty heated rivalry last few years.
I feel like you can say that about every series in the Big Ten right now.
That's true.
There is not a lot of hey man, we really love and appreciate you guys anywhere in that conference right now. I think it'll be fair to say things will be revved up another notch next time Penn State and Wisconsin get together after what we saw this weekend. But all good.
I did see one thing.
The sport. Yeah,
that the hammer that Micah broke.
Yeah,
was fixed already.
Yeah,
already fixed.
That's good.
Very
what are you
impressive.
doing, man? You can't be breaking the hammer.
He was
wild.
Thor was Thor in that thing, man.
That he was.
That was a damn good game, though. That was watching him and watching the fans and all this and all that. It was a
fun
spirited game, and so I don't know if it was Guy who said this or Pat, but I think it was Guy who was on my show one time on the Players Show or whatnot. Excuse me. And I believe that he said the biggest question he has been asked every year, all the time, the most asked question he has about Penn State hockey is, when are we going to play outside? He says he's been dealing with it since he started the program 12 years ago. 10 years ago.
Well,
so
I will say
it,
some of the hype videos that they are putting out.
See that yesterday?
Absolutely phenomenal. I love the uniforms too. I love the no names on the jerseys idea, replicating that from football. That everything about this just feels like it is.
Did you see the numbers?
Really well done.
The numbers in the numbers, there's actually the blueprint for Beaver Stadium in the numbers. It's really freaking cool, dude.
Yeah. No,
I saw those videos last night of what they released, and I don't know. I don't think I've ever seen a pair of white pants in hockey. Alan, you know better than I. Where they're wearing the white pants, not pants, but white hockey pants. I've never seen white hockey pants. I really haven't. I don't recall a team wearing them. But just the jerseys are so fire, dude. It's pretty awesome, man. And then the videos they're releasing about they're out there playing the hockey on the outside. I mean, that's just awesome. So I have a couple friends at home who are just complete maniac hockey fans, and they made a point to me like last week, and they're like, it's so cool to see the outdoor hockey game here, but they're talking about the one that's going to go on in Miami and then in Tampa, right?
Yep.
And he goes, that's great that they can do that and this and that, but how many of those kids have played in 80-degree weather in their lifetime? There's no arena in the history of this world that is 80 degrees.
That is a fact.
It's going to be something weird out there that they're going to have to worry about the heat because nobody has ever played in that kind of heat. The ice will be fine. The technology is so advanced in this world, and I get it.
Yeah.
But it's the fact that players are playing in 80-degree weather that might be very strange. So we're not going to have that problem, Jeff.
I don't think so. It does not look like the excessive heat is going to be the issue this weekend.
Could be the humidity,
here in Hockey Valley. It is. It is going to be just one of those experiences, right? And I think it's something that, again, it's been talked about so long, and so for those that will be in the stands watching it, obviously playing in it has got to be just an absolutely wild feeling. Those players, I can't imagine the difficulty in staying focused in on the task at hand Friday night on both sides. Again, that this really unique opportunity is coming up on Saturday. I do think that is going to be one of the challenges for both coaching staffs is, hey, let's take care of business and build some momentum here on Friday night. And I think both teams are going to go out and play a great game at Pagula on Friday night as well. But just and then the women's hockey team will have the chance again to play outdoor, but then they get to go into Pagula and have an evening game, which is not the norm at all for them. So I think that'll be cool to have that Saturday evening feel after getting the outdoor game under their belt on Saturday or on Friday as well. So just again,
I love it.
It is going to be a spectacular weekend. Hopefully, for Penn State's sake, you get the results you like. Love to see Penn State hockey continue to ride the wave of momentum here and continue to build toward what they hope will be a crescendo this postseason. But man, they have a similar feel to what we had at this stage last year when they just went on the run of a lifetime, it felt like, and now maybe back-to-back seasons with a run of a lifetime. But man, they are a talented. Man. Yeah, they are a talented team. And I'll tell you, I had read some stuff that man, you've it's been fun doing the two goalie thing, but it's time to get serious, and then you got to gear up for the postseason, and you got to settle in here and realize. And then Randler goes out and did what he did on Saturday night, and it's like, I think both Fleming and Randler, and to listen to it, I mean, I do think they have a very similar vibe to like what the Penn State running back room is had here recently, cool. Where they both are competitive, obviously, and great goalies in their own rights. But I do think, and it is such a must. The more I'm watching just kind of the sports landscape and everybody trying to navigate the craziness, it really is the teams in any sport, the teams that have players who are truly like deep down inside, team first guys. And again, everybody's going to say, oh, yeah, no, I'm about the team. Are you really? Like, at the end of the day, is it really, man, if I want to be part of a winning program, that's more important than any of my statistics or anything. Again, a lot of people will say that. Everything you hear, and again, I'm not around the program, but I have friends who are very close to it, and like, no, these two are like best buddies. And I'm telling you, you may say, come on, everything we've heard about Singleton and Allen, it's the same thing.
They're the biggest fan
I
of
will
each
tell
other.
you, I'm seeing it firsthand with this wrestling program. I mean, Joe Seeley and PJ Duke are tight. Connor Mirasola and Josh Barr are tight, and you can go up and down that lineup. So it is possible to do that. And again, they're competitive. I'm not saying that neither Fleming or Radler want to be the guy, but they are passionate about wanting the other to succeed. It's not like, yeah, no, I really hope he does well. It's, oh, man, did you see that? Man, that's why he should be out there. And then the other guy steps out, and it's like, yeah, man, that is cool. Like, that is just awesome when you have that type of camaraderie and genuine, man, I want you to do well. Like, I want you to do well because I want the team to do well. That's when like that has to be especially gratifying for Guy Godowski when you're seeing that type of thing. And honestly, if you have two red-hot goaltenders, and they do, that is a magical place to be as a hockey program as you make the turn toward the postseason. Take a break here. We are back with much more. It is our Tuesday edition of the Lion Country Kia Goon and Ironhead show. Yeah, we'll talk some NFL playoffs and NFL news. I'm going to push back on, man, people are just constantly looking for, oh, come on, that's preposterous. There's a couple of things going on around the Steelers, and I'm reading some stuff, and I'm like, well, actually, I think that's a good point. And so we'll kick that around. Mike McCarthy officially introduced as the next Steelers head coach earlier this afternoon. As you
wrongly predicted.
We will be back after this on Sports Radio 98.7.
From decorating the tree to family dinners, gift exchanges, and get-togethers, the holidays are filled with traditions. Why not start a new one this year with a Kia during the Season of New Tradition sales event at Lion Country Kia? No matter where you're traveling this holiday season, the spacious 7-seater 2025 Kia Telluride can get you there. Lion Country Kia has 16 available with as low as 0.9% APR for up to 60 months or up to $2,000 in Kia finance rebates. But that's not all. Lion Country Kia has a great selection of Kia Serenos, Sportages, Seltos, and more. There's 84 vehicles ready to move. And many have Kia's Season of New Tradition sales event retail bonus cash as high as $1,000. Happy holidays from the staff at Lion Country Kia, 1334 Driveover Street off Shiloh Road behind Sam's Club, State College.
If you love wings, if you love rings, and all kinds of other tempting things, great times, great food, get to Quaker Steak Lube.
Get our Best Wings USA, signature sauces, mouth-watering appetizers, or any of our delicious award-winning lube favorites.
Great times, great food, get to Quaker Steak Lube.
I'm the Modelo Recruiter, and I'm looking for fans with good hands and great speed. The ones who stay focused and never miss a play. They go the distance on game day, even when their team is away. I'm always watching, always looking to reward more full-time fans. Because football isn't really football without you.
Lusk & Associates Sotheby's International Realty proudly presents the introduction of our new State College office at 314 South Borough Street in State College. At Sotheby's International Realty, we advertise locally, nationally, and internationally, bringing the best of advertising and promotion to each and every one of our properties, big or small. Call now.
A lot has changed about State College. One thing that hasn't is W.C. Clark's Coffee Roasters on 234 East Calder Way. 30 different varieties of specialty coffee beans sourced from over 25 countries and roasted with love each morning in Happy Valley for over 45 years. They'll ship their fresh roasted coffee from their doorstep to yours. Order online at statecollegecoffee.com. That's statecollegecoffee.com.
Hi, welcome to Timberland Federal Credit Union, a financial cooperative for its members, tracing all the way back to 1973.
Experience Timberland Federal Credit Union, where you're greeted with a smile and financial solutions are tailored to your unique life journey. Here, we're not just financial professionals, we're your neighbors, people invested in your financial needs, literacy, and empowerment. Your dreams matter to us, whether they're about buying a home, growing a nest egg, or embarking on new adventures. TFCU draws from the past and invests in the future, offering modern tools like online banking to give you the freedom to manage your money practically anytime. Additionally, we're passionate about giving back both time and resources because enhancing our community is at the core of why we're here. Visit TFCU in person or online to learn more about our services and apply for a membership today.
WFXS, once again.
The Fox, your sports radio. Broadcasting live, loud and proud from Central PA's Sports Authority. WFXS America. 98.7, The Fox, State College.
And we are back on a Tuesday afternoon as we gear up for this wild, wonderful, wintry weekend of sports in Hockey Valley and Happy Valley, and man, just it's going to be fun. Super Bowl now set: Seahawks versus Patriots.
Yeah.
Like I don't like the Patriots as an organization, but kind of hard not to like Drake May. That is a likable stage of his career. Now, if he goes on a run, Tom Brady, going to get tired.
I think
at
at one point we all like Tom Brady too.
Yeah, but right now I do like Drake May. Don't like seeing the Patriots back in there already. The Seahawks defense. I know the Rams. Again, sometimes you do have to acknowledge, man. You're playing against a great side. This feels like it should be a fairly low-scoring game and a defensive battle. Both these defenses have been playing very well. The elements were ridiculous in the second half in Denver on Sunday. It was fun to watch on the TV, but good heavens, was that just a mess in that second half. But kudos to both teams for doing what they needed to do to get there.
I was talking about this before the game, and this didn't happen. I didn't think about it when we were talking about it on Thursday. But do you know how lucky the NFL was this weekend?
In terms of not having the storm,
with
hit
both of those games, not being affected by that storm.
Yeah,
there was, of the 32 teams in the NFL, I believe 19 or 20 were part of that swath.
Yeah, that's
a miracle that both of those games were not affected by it.
Well, I don't know.
Denver was affected on their own.
Yeah,
that was on their own. But I'm talking about that storm.
Yeah,
I'm looking anywhere from Dallas all the way to New England, they were done. You were shut down. So I was trying to think, what would they have done? They knew it was coming. Would they have moved it up to Thursday or to Saturday? Because you couldn't wait till Monday. That's just my opinion. Because you still had to clean the place out. If it was in Boston, Boston was still getting it on Monday. So I was just
Yeah,
thinking in my head,
depending
like,
on
man,
where it was, I think the preference would have been to, push
would
it
they have
back to
played
Monday,
it with
but
no fans? I mean, these are all the scenarios that are running through my head. Like, okay,
I don't. Yeah,
like no fans, or because the streets are going to be completely blasted. We don't want people out driving, but we have to play this game.
Yeah,
It was just like I would think that if it was in Philadelphia, New York, Baltimore, I think they would have said, okay, the game's on Saturday now. That's just how I think.
Yeah,
they would have done it.
Yeah, it's again. I think it'll be a fun game. I think there's a lot of interesting storylines. I'm not overly passionate. I mean, I'm not a Patriots fan, certainly with the history here recently between the Steelers and the Patriots, but like I don't have the same passion personally. I'm not going to speak for other Steelers fans, but like not the same passion for certainly the Ravens or the Cowboys, for example. For me, with the Patriots, it's like I just soon not them, but it's not like it angers me when the Ravens are in there or have been in there. It really, and I haven't had that feeling in such a long time. I almost forget it, but it would infuriate me to see the Cowboys in there. But we don't have to worry about that anytime soon.
Nope.
It's a wonderful thing.
This is true.
So I'm not like I think it's going to be a good game. I'm intrigued by the matchup, but I'm not going to be passionate about it one way or the other because I just don't have any strong feelings. I'm probably slightly rooting for the Seahawks just because of my dislike of the Patriots. But again, it's not I'm not going to be unhappy if Drake May gets a championship. Now, the organization, and I want to see the Steelers like that. That part is there for sure. And so, again, I'll be rooting for the Seahawks, but I'm just looking forward to a fun game and watching all of the storylines unfold.
Should be fun. I hope they let Marshawn Lynch run the ball from the 1 yard line. That's where I go back to.
Unreal.
I bet
still to this day.
I bet
unreal.
that game, Jeff. And I bet Seattle and the over. If they just give him the ball there, I win both sides of it. Boom, boom, double hit. Bang, bang. Instead, nope. I got nothing. I will never understand why he did that, but it is what it is. But seeing those two teams back in it is pretty cool. And I'm not going to lie to you. I got a little thing for Sam Darnold. I like seeing guys like that struggle. You know, it reminds me of like a Jim Plunkett. I mean, I know I'm way too young. Remember the Jim Plunkett when he was when he stunk? When he was the first overall pick of the Patriots and was not good there and this and that. I remember Jim Plunkett as a Super Bowl winning quarterback for the Oakland Raiders and the LA Raiders. That's how I remember him. And I think that but Sam Darnold has been pummeled, beaten.
Oh, for sure.
And how many different organizations? I mean, the Jets just tried to destroy him, but the kid was just too good to let it happen.
Yep.
And then I find out who his granddad is. He was one of the original Marlboro men.
Well, there you go.
Did you know that, Alan? His name is Richard Hammer, so you can make your funny joke out of it. But he was one of the four original Marlboro men for the television, for the cigarette sponsors. I read the story about him. Huh. He was a basketball player at USC, and then he decided to start playing volleyball and became like the world's best volleyball player and won the Olympic gold in like the 1964 Olympics and stuff like that. And they went on the acting and stuff like that. But that's his grandfather. That was pretty cool. Huh. But I like the Sam Darnold. I mean, I like to see a guy who really got screwed by going to the Jets and just got thrown into the fire, pummeled, beat up. He does really, really well in Minnesota, if you ask me, last year. But they had J.J. McCarthy, so they had to get rid of him. And the Seattle Seahawks, personally, Sam Darnold, if this was last year and right now, he'd be a great Steeler pickup. He'd be like the guy who is a proven commodity in the NFL, who has won games and this and that. Like I heard Kyler Murray today to the Steelers. And I could not think of a guy who would be celebrated less than that. I just don't see that. But I got like Sam Darnold.
But also, like, the circumstances, I'm with you. Like, I don't think people are going to be excited, but hey, Steelers fans are getting used to not being excited. Would I say there's a chance? I don't think there's a great chance, but do I think there's a chance that, hey, Murray in another setting with the right coach, like could that thing come together? I mean, the guy is a talented athlete, and I do think I get the evidence to the contrary here in the NFL, but again, I just wonder how much of it is circumstances. Like, can he be a good leader and be a guy that can be out there with the right tutelage? I don't know. I wouldn't have a great feeling about it, but honestly, with the Steelers situation right now, would it be worth a risk depending on what else is available, what else you can make work? But that leads perfectly into. So I'm reading and I didn't even write down the columnist, but talking about Mike Tomlin and and this wasn't like people around the organization said Tomlin felt really good about his quarterback room. Well, if you're feeling good about your quarterback room and your quarterback room is Will Howard and Mason Rudolph, there's something wrong with you. And I'm like, well, hold on a second. Like, he's around it and sees it every day. First of all, I think Mason Rudolph is a really good, serviceable backup quarterback. Not an NFL starter, but man, when they have needed him to go in, which is what you want in a backup quarterback, is a guy that can step in for 2 or 3 games, a little longer if needed, but knows the offense, can run things, can be efficient. Well, that's Mason Rudolph. Like, the idea that you don't get like a Matthew Stafford to be your second quarterback, guys. That's not the way this works. Mason Rudolph, when you look around the NFL right now, is probably good enough to start on a couple of teams. So, again, is he the end-all, be-all? But no, do I find it crazy that Mike Tomlin was happy with having that as a backup quarterback? No. Why would you? You wouldn't be happy. And the Will Howard thing is really interesting to me, Goon, because we haven't seen him. Yeah, we have no idea. We really don't right now. Now, I love the guy's moxie. I loved what I saw out of him at Ohio State in terms of his presence, in terms of making plays when they needed to be played. Do I know that that's going to translate to the NFL? And, oh, man, there's your franchise quarterback. No, but do I think there's a chance? Yeah, I do. I think he has, again, all of the intangibles. And I think he made a lot of big-time throws when he needed to at Ohio State. Whether or not he can do all of that at the NFL level, and I don't know. We got to see. You got to have at least a little bit of, hey, let's see him out there in a game situation before you can make any kind of definitive statement on it. So my point is there is a chance, and I don't know I'm not going to put a percentage on. I don't know what the chance is, but there is a chance that Will Howard is your quarterback of the future. Now, maybe inside the building, they have a good feeling one way or the other that it's we've seen enough in practice. We know that's not the case, or maybe they're seeing enough in practice to say, yeah, maybe. I have no idea. Mike McCarthy will come in and make his evaluation as well, and then they'll go from there. But having the information we do, like, do I think it's ludicrous that Mike Tomlin thought he had a good quarterback room? No, because I think it's a good chance that he had a good quarterback room.
It'd be interesting to find out about Will Howard, what the inside info is on Howard. What do the people inside the building think about him?
Yeah,
because again, he has not played because he did break his hand this year, so he was on the, on the bench and stuff like that. On the
and Aaron Rodgers stayed healthy the whole season. Like it was crazy.
I told you, I have a dynasty league, and I have Howard on it. I mean, I have been there. I mean, I have him as a possible, he could be a home run.
Yeah.
Sixth-round pick, right? A lot like another guy from the Michigan area, but to New England, who knows? Just needs an opportunity. But, yeah, you're right. I mean, what's McCarthy going to think? What's he going to think? He's pretty good with quarterbacks. He's really good. He's not pretty good. He's really good with quarterbacks. So, very interesting to see what they do out in Pittsburgh with them.
Yeah, I think
Does McCarthy have enough time before the draft to say we do not need a quarterback? But then again, I don't think there's a quarterback there for the Pittsburgh Steelers.
No, and I don't think like if there was a definitive man, this guy, and again, there never is a definitive can't miss guy because even the ultimate can't miss guy, Andrew Luck. Again, injuries are part of the game. Like you have no idea if that's so. Even if it is a genuinely can't miss guy in terms of no, this 100% will translate. Okay, but also you don't know if that guy's going to suffer a career-ending injury in the first season. Like that, that's always a risk. So there is no such thing as well, we know this guy's going to play for 12 years and be no, you don't. But there is no guy that even feels like, or like, again, I love Mendoza. I think his game will translate pretty well to the NFL.
No idea.
I think, but yeah, is that a guy that you're like, oh man, you've got to go up and get him? No. And there isn't, a guy there that you're like, all right, man, I mean, you just can't pass that opportunity. So, like, it would make no sense for the Steelers to move to expend the capital they would have to expend to go up and get number one, which is probably what you would need to do.
And not in their MO.
Yeah, but even if you go against your MO, as they did with the hiring McCarthy, like this one just doesn't, the whole risk-reward thing, it just doesn't make sense. So, yeah, I think, talking with Aaron Rodgers, getting a feel for what he's thinking and where he's at. Again, maybe in the building they have a good feeling one way or the other on, hey, yeah, Mike, just so you know, this Will Howard thing, that's not the answer. Or, hey, Mike, maybe with you working with them especially, let's see if this thing, maybe we can get it working, whether it's this season or not. I think, again, that part they've got to figure out. But you do have to get somebody in there that can manage things, whether it's Aaron Rodgers or somebody else for the upcoming season. Yeah.
The Pro Bowl player, Shedeur Sanders.
What is, how
Alan just looked at me like, what?
Yeah.
Do you know this, Alan?
No, he's in the Pro Bowl.
Shedeur Sanders is going to the Pro Bowl.
Yeah.
Over Sunshine down in Jacksonville.
Yeah. I don't know what all.
Nuts.
Yeah. And it's a fan weekend.
He had 7 touchdowns this year, okay? Let it go. He had 7.
Well, the one thing, so they need, what needs to happen is they need to designate the, Pro Bowl players, and separately, and they were talking about this earlier today.
Correct.
On our Joe Lednowski and the Pennsylvania Sports Network. But do that, and then separately, hey, these are the folks that are going to the Pro Bowl activities. Like, that's a separate thing. And again, whoever goes there, and it's a fan-friendly, fun, all cool. But separate it so that, because having Pro Bowl on the resume, that's silly.
That's a disgrace.
That's just silly.
It's an absolute disgrace for anybody who actually would watch the skills competition, a.k.a. the Pro Bowl. I'm not watching that now. It's a joke. It's lost every bit of what's
again, you can watch it and have fun with
ever
it.
Would.
It's just, but it's having that
That's
on the
bull.
resume as that was a Pro Bowl season for Shedeur Sanders. Well, no, it wasn't. It just needs to be separated. That, hey, these are the Pro Bowl players, and then these are the Pro Bowl attendees. It's a separate thing, and a bunch of people are going down, and we're having a good time. It's a fan event, and that's cool. That doesn't bother me at all. But it is, it's just absurd to have Shedeur Sanders.
7 touchdowns.
And again, he may, later in his career, he may earn it. That's fine. That is not Pro Bowl credentials that he put up this
7
year.
touchdowns, 10 interceptions, 1,400 yards, and 7 starts.
Yep, just like all of the great Pro Bowl players you could think of over the years.
Yeah, that's just that's Joe Montana type numbers right there, guys. He averaged a touchdown a game. And a pick and a half, but it is what it is. Come on now. This is the problem. It goes back to what I bitch and complain about all the time now. You see the NFL like pushing this stuff that they don't want the football because they don't want the concussions and the injuries and this and that. So you can play 7-on-7 and be a big football player and dress up like how you want, and you can dance around all you want and be so cool and this and that. Hey, by the way, it's an Olympic sport now. So you're going to tell me that that's not why they have Shedeur Sanders, because it is not a football game. It is a skills competition. So he can throw a ball into a bucket from 40 yards. Good for him. You know what that means? That means you're a hell of a quarterback in the NFL. You should be signed to the NFL right now. It's beyond ridiculous. Beyond ridiculous. Just get rid of the Pro Bowl. Say who made it. Okay. Aaron Rodgers. I mean, you're going to tell me that. Aaron Rodgers did not have a great year. Did not. Any way, shape, or form have a great year. But he had a better year than Shedeur Sanders. Now, maybe Aaron Rodgers says, I don't want to go, but then let them make that decision. It's phooey.
Yeah. Yeah.
Phooey.
It's again, they just need to separate out and make it two completely separate things. Who attends the weekend and has fun with the activities and stuff, and then who is actually a Pro Bowl player. That's all. They just need to separate that out.
The fact that his resume, the rest of his career, will say Pro Bowl 2025 season. That's a disgrace.
It's just a little ridiculous. Couple of other things. So I was hoping Steelers would go to the Super Bowl. We're just going to have to settle for the Stanley Cup parade this year, Goon. It now is becoming apparent. Everything is coming together, and the beloved Pittsburgh Penguins, they're on their way, Goon.
I would rather have the Steelers win a Super Bowl. That's true. Very true.
Well, that's a you problem is what that sounds like. No, it's been fun. They are on a little tear here and enjoying it. Would have actually liked to see your Flyers help.
Flyers have been playing great until about 3 weeks ago, and then they decided to lose by touchdown scores.
Yeah,
like NFL scores like 7-0 7-3, 14.
Well,
10.
not exactly the way they wanted to kick off the homestand last night. Not fighting the back of the net, and I think 20 or 21 shots. I think they got off in the game against the Islanders, and we'll see if they can get things.
That's why I'm saying there's a reason why Eastern Pennsylvania is a huge Penn State hockey fans now.
Yeah,
because they're so fed up with the friggin' Flyers. It's just frustrating. We grew up in Philadelphia with a standard when it came to the hockey program, and that was Ed Schneider had the standard. I mean, yes, it got outdated and this and that, but you know what? You knew you played the Flyers. They played hard at home. They went out and played hard, tough, scrappy, this and that. Won some games, didn't win in many cups, but you knew.
Yeah,
and it's a lot better than now, where they don't give a crap about anything other than the bottom line because they're owned by corporate now. That's the worst thing that can happen to a franchise. Worst. Rest in peace, Ed Schneider. Maybe they'll put the Kate Smith trophy back, the statue back of Kate Smith. That's when it all happened, Alan. Yep. When it all went downhill. Took her statue down.
Well, meanwhile, the Pirates opened up with Pirates Fest over the weekend.
Oh, my God.
Another big PR win with asking about Andrew McCutcheon and no definitive answer. And then Kutch is like, hey, this is how all the stars have been treated in their cities by the organizations. And it's like, just once, would you not love to be able to say, boy, the Pirates handled that well? Like, it just would be, wouldn't you think as an organization, you'd like to, hey, just once, let's get out and get a PR win. But no, they just maybe they're just so used to having the PR losses along with the on-field losses that it's like, yeah, let's just keep rolling with it. Let's lean in to what we're best known for. And so now it feels like this thing is going to hopefully they get this worked out. Ben Cherington can reach out and have the direct talks that he said he wanted to have with Andrew McCutcheon. Why you wouldn't have done that ahead of time before FanFest and At least why not invite them there? And hey, yeah, we're still working to hammer out the details or whatever, but it just is unbelievable how consistently they mismanage
par for the course
the public relations element that is such a crucial component of any sports franchise. Yeah, very frustrating. All right, we're going to take a break here. When we come back, I do want to run through some of these numbers with Penn State Wrestling this season because
they're insane.
Historic is truly the right word for what this team and this program is doing here over this 3-year run, but and really over Cal's entire tenure. But this is the third of the 3-year run, and this year in particular. Again, the numbers are just astounding. And we'll talk more about that on the other side of this.
From decorating the tree to family dinners, gift exchanges, and get-togethers, the holidays are filled with traditions. Why not start a new one this year with a Kia during the Season of New Tradition sales event at Lion Country Kia? No matter where you're traveling this holiday season, the spacious 7-seater 2025 Kia Telluride can get you there. Lion Country Kia has 16 available with as low as 0.9% APR for up to 60 months or up to $2,000 in Kia finance rebates. But that's not all. Lion Country Kia has a great selection of Kia Sorentos, Sportages, Seltos, and more. There's 84 vehicles ready to move. And many have Kia's Season of New Tradition sales event retail bonus cash as high as $1,000. Happy holidays from the staff at Lion Country Kia, 1334 Drivable Street off Shiloh Road behind Sam's Club, State College.
If you love wings, if you love rings, and all kinds of other tempting things, great times, great food, get to Quaker Steak Lube.
Get our Best Wings USA signature sauces, mouth-watering appetizers, or any of our delicious award-winning lube favorites.
Great times, great food, get to Quaker Steak Lube.
I'm the Modelo Recruiter, and I'm looking for fans with good hands and great speed. The ones who stay focused and never miss a play. They go the distance on game day, even when their team is away. I'm always watching, always looking to reward more full-time fans. Because football isn't really football without you.
Lusk & Associates Sotheby's International Realty proudly presents the introduction of our new State College office at 314 South Borough Street in State College. At Sotheby's International Realty, we advertise locally, nationally, and internationally, bringing the best of advertising and promotion to each and every one of our properties, big or small. Call now.
A lot has changed about State College. One thing that hasn't is W.C. Clark's Coffee Roasters on 234 East Calder Way. 30 different varieties of specialty coffee beans sourced from over 25 countries and roasted with love each morning in Happy Valley for over 45 years. They'll ship their fresh roasted coffee from their doorstep to yours. Order online at statecollegecoffee.com. That's statecollegecoffee.com.
Hi, welcome to Timberland Federal Credit Union, a financial cooperative for its members, tracing all the way back to 1973.
Experience Timberland Federal Credit Union, where you're greeted with a smile and financial solutions are tailored to your unique life journey. Here, we're not just financial professionals, we're your neighbors, people invested in your financial needs, literacy, and empowerment. Your dreams matter to us, whether they're about buying a home, growing a nest egg, or embarking on new adventures. TFCU draws from the past and invests in the future, offering modern tools like online banking to give you the freedom to manage your money practically anytime. Additionally, we're passionate about giving back both time and resources because enhancing our community is at the core of why we're here. Visit TFCU in person or online to learn more about our services and apply for a membership today.
WFXS, once again,
The Fox,
your sports radio.
broadcasting live, loud and proud from Central PA's Sports Authority, WFXS America.
98.7, The Fox State College.
And we are back here on a Tuesday afternoon as coming off a very busy sports weekend and getting ready for just, again, a tremendous weekend of Penn State sports here, highlighted by the Penn State-Michigan State men's hockey game Saturday afternoon at 1 in Beaver Stadium. Again, top-ranked Penn State wrestling team will take on Nebraska on Friday night. That'll be an 8 o'clock meet at the Bryce Jordan Center. Nittany Lions, 11-0 on the season, are in fact ranked number 1 again this week in the Intermat rankings, 5-0 in the Big Ten. And Penn State now has 6 shutouts in its last 7 duels. And the Nittany Lions in those 7 duels, which includes 5 Big Ten duels, the 5-0 start in the conference. In those 7 duel meets, the bout record for Penn State is 69-1. They won a 1-point loss on the road. That is crazy to be 5 matches into your conference schedule. And I don't care if you're playing, I don't care who you're competing against. It's the Big Ten. 5 matches in to all of these teams have some good wrestlers. The worst team in the Big Ten still has some guys that are going to be in the mix anyway to, get some wins at the NCAA tournament. 69-1 in the last 7 duels, including 49-1 in Big Ten duels, is just, it's crazy. Like, genuinely absurd that any team would be able to do that. Of course, Penn State extended its NCAA winning streak to 82 matches. Penn State is now 2 shy of the record for most consecutive meets without a loss. So both Iowa and Oklahoma State had unbeaten streaks where they had ties in there. So not winning streaks, but unbeaten streaks of 84 matches. Iowa did it from 2008 through 2012 under Tom Branson. Oklahoma State did it back from 59 through 66, 1959 through 1966. So that's the next dual meet milestone on the horizon for Penn State. Is tying that record potentially at Maryland and potentially breaking the unbeaten streak and setting a new standard at 85 when Penn State wrestles Ohio State at the Jordan Center on February 13th. Penn State has won 47 consecutive Big Ten duels. Penn State is now 148-2 in the last 150 dual meets. The 2 losses, 1917 to Iowa and 1918 to Arizona State, both occurring in the 2019-20 season. And again, a grand total of 3 points is what Penn State lost those 2 dual meets by. So you change 1 bout in each of those duels, and Penn State would be looking at a 150 dual meet win streak. That's neither here nor there at the end of the day. Penn State is looking for a 10th undefeated season in the last 11 years and is looking for its 6th straight undefeated season. Going into the dual meet at the Jordan Center here on Friday night, Penn State has won 14 straight there in that venue, and Penn State has won 72 consecutive home dual meets. With the shutout on Friday and Saturday, Penn State now has 35 shutouts under Cal Sanderson. and Penn State. This is where some of the numbers just, again, get ridiculous. So the 10 starters in the lineup, we are now 11 duels, and I think every starter in the lineup has wrestled one tournament. Most of them, it was the Black Knight Invitational. Josh Barr wrestled down at the Southern Scuffle. Braden Davis wrestled, before he was sure he was going to be in the starting lineup. Excuse me, wrestled and won the Kaufman Open up in Edinburgh. And so, again, each of the starters through 11 dual meets and one tournament, the combined records, so 10 starters combining for a record of 129 and 3 on the season. To get toward the end of January as an individual wrestler with just 3 bout losses is good, like really good. Like, you've got to be a really good wrestler, especially in the Big Ten. You're 5 Big Ten duels in. As an individual wrestler, if you can get to this point of the season where you're like 10-3, that's an accomplishment, man. Like, you are good. You're doing some really good things. You have 10 starters who have combined for 3 total losses this season. 1 forfeit. This is the 129 victories have been 1 by forfeit, 1 by injury default, 37 pins, 46 technical falls, 26 major decisions, and then you have 18 decisions and the 3 losses. All 3 losses, by the way, by decision. So 7 points or less. 8 undefeated wrestlers, all 10 guys ranked. So of the 132 bouts that they have wrestled, 84% of them have resulted in bonus point victories. Again, to have a wrestler at this stage of the season, one wrestler win 84% of his bouts by bonus points at this stage of the season is remarkable. You get a couple of guys that have done that, you're feeling really good about your team. They have the combined 10 starters. 84% of the time they take the mat, it is resulting in a bonus point victory. That is, I don't have that specific record in front of me. I can't definitively prove that that's an NCAA record, but that is an NCAA record. There is no way any team in the history of the sport has had over an 80% bonus rate in terms of overall matches. Again, we're not talking about 84% of the matches they win are bonus. We're talking about they step on the mat 84% of the time, it results in a bonus point win.
What would be a great percentage? Because that's off the charts.
For an individual wrestler, a great percentage is like 60. Like, if you are winning more than half of your matches as an individual by bonus point, you're probably right up there in the mix
as an individual
for winning a national title. For a team, I don't know. I'd have to go back and look at it. I mean, 40% would be, to me, a little crazy. Like, that's a really high for a team to win 40% of your bouts. Again, if you could somehow win 50% of your bouts by bonus points, over the years, you would be saying, wow, man, we've got something really special. This team gets out after.
We're at the point now where there's really no comparison. There's no other comparison. There really maybe so Moscow Dynamo back in the 60s.
Well, here are some of the other numbers. Just to, again, it just is beyond incredible. 11-0. The cumulative dual meet score now is 480 to 19. They have given up 19 dual meet points through 11 duels. Again, a decision, 1 bout victory by the smallest margin gives your team 3 points. They are not giving up 2 points on average per dual meet. So the average score in a dual meet to this point of the season for Penn State is 43.6 to 1.73. That is crazy. In dual bouts, Penn State is 104-6 to this point in the season. Actually, that is right. 104-6. Sorry. 23 pins, 35 technical falls, 23 major decisions, an injury default, a forfeit, 21 decisions, and 6 losses. 5 of those losses by decision, and then 1 by major decision. You go to the streak. Again, it's NCAA record, 82 consecutive dual wins. The last loss back 1917 to Iowa on January 31st of 2020. And then the first win in the streak coming against the same team that the last victory was against. That's Maryland. They won 40-3 to start the streak. And again, in the most recent victory during the streak, 51-0. By the way, they've now defeated Maryland more than any other team during the streak. Ohio State is second, but they now have 7 wins over Maryland during the streak. They'll try to have Ohio State equal that 7 mark when Penn State hosts the Buckeyes on February 13th. 58 different wrestlers have appeared in duels for Penn State during the streak. The closest wins, 20-16 against both Ohio State and Penn. The Buckeyes on February 15th of 2020 and the Quakers on December 3rd of 2021. The total cumulative dual meet score during the last 82 duels for Penn State, 2,894 to 517. That is an average score of 35.3 to 6.3 over 82 dual meets. That is the average score. Penn State has racked up during the 82 meet win streak 2,178 takedowns. They've given up 381. That is an average per duel of 26.5 takedowns for Penn State and 4.6 takedowns for the Nittany Lions opponent.
Just point that out. Point it. What is that? 3 points for a takedown?
Yes, there have been 18 shutouts during the streak for Penn State.
7 this year, right?
And they have, yes, and they have defeated 37 different opponents during the streak. And Princeton, if the streak continues through the end of the season, Princeton would become the 38th different opponent during the streak, which at that point could reach 86 duels by the end of the season. And through the 132 bouts this season, again, Penn State 129-3. This season, Penn State has now racked up, the 10 starters have. Penn State, the starters have racked up 454 takedowns and have given up 10 starters through 132 bouts, have given up 24 takedowns. Again, it is like you can't really get your head around that. So they're averaging per bout 3 takedowns, and again, a lot of bonus point victories. So, obviously you don't get as many takedowns if the match ends early as you might otherwise have an opportunity to get. If you get a pin in particular, it's like, well, that's the end of that. You got a takedown and then got the cradle, no more takedowns. And so even with that, average per bout of 3 takedowns for Penn State, and they are giving up 0.18 takedowns. That means per dual meet, Penn State is not giving up 2 takedowns in a dual meet. I mean, and the numbers go on. These are just, it's crazy. There is domination, and then there's what Penn State is doing. excuse me. The other thing just that I think is really neat, because they do spend a lot of time talking about gratitude and staying humble, staying hungry, all of those things. And these guys are all of that. They really are. They are humble. They are genuinely grateful. When you watch the way they interact with young people, and I mean everybody in this program, it is exactly, if you were which I am, if you're the father of a little kid, and you're like, man, I hope when they meet their idol, whoever their sports idol is,
yep.
I hope they get treated like this. And you would show exactly what all of these guys do every time they interact with a young person. I am telling you, it is inspiring to see that they take the time. It's not, give me the hat, kid. All right, get out of here. It's, what's your name? You wrestle? Good luck to you.
You a hammer?
It is a wonderful interaction that they have, and encouraging. So it's not, again, the numbers are unbelievable. And what is neat is, okay, so they are humble, they are grateful, they are also very aware that this is not typical. What is happening this season in particular, and really the last couple of years, and again, really since Gail came in, but especially what is happening now this season is just, it is beyond special, and they are aware of it. When you talk to these guys, and I'm asking them more and more, like, what is it like to be on this team? Like, I know you, and again, pick any of the starters, like, you are a special wrestler, a remarkable person, remarkable wrestler, but for you, what is it like being on this team? And every one of them says, yeah, like, I can't believe how fortunate I am, because this is special. Like, this is crazy what is happening within this program right now, where up and down that lineup, it is national title contender, national title contender, national title contender, dominating, winning, again, 80 to 90% at least of the bouts by bonus point victories. It's just, we've not seen anything like this. Now, all of that being said, is it possible Ohio State could win the tournament? Yeah, it's sports, and Ohio State has a really good team on a given night. Can something happen? Yes, absolutely. Do I think it's going to happen? No, partly because, again, this team just has such a great approach and just so consistently comes up big when it needs to, like each individual, that, you like their odds. And ultimately, this season is going to be defined by what happens in the postseason. But you like their chances there, too, because obviously Big Ten's here at the Bryce Jordan Center, and then pretty short trip over to Cleveland for the NCAA championship. So expect that there will be a large Penn State contingent there as well. Certainly expecting a big Ohio State contingent there as well, which should make it, again, a whole lot of fun for the fans to go, and really for the wrestlers. Like, you want that enthusiasm, that energy, the back and forth. That's all going to be good stuff. But if this team, and it's an if right now, it is not a given, and I fully recognize that. They fully recognize that. If this team goes out and does what it is capable of doing, and what I think it will do this postseason, again, we are going to look back on this year, and then we can get into next year, because Levi Haynes is the only senior starter on this team, and so they're returning everybody.
And then they're picking up.
Yeah, and they have a couple of guys that are redshirting this year that will be back in the lineup. They have a couple of guys that are redshirting that haven't been in the lineup yet. They have another remarkable class of recruits coming in. So, again, they lose Levi off of this year, and so next year, could it be maybe Again, we'll get to that when it gets there. Right now, they have a chance, again, to make more history, to establish this as truly, by historic measures, the greatest year any team has had in college wrestling. They are on track to have that.
Just got a text.
Now, again, can stuff get derailed? Yep. And we've seen, New England Patriots, they were pursuing history. I get it. You can get derailed. It happens. Not sitting here guaranteeing anything. I am telling you that this team and what it is putting together this year is special. It is really special. Yep.
Are they going to get an ESPY? For heaven's sake, what are they going to do?
Don't even get me started.
It's ridiculous. It's not like ESPN doesn't have the Nationals on their network. It's not like a foreign thing. Like, they have them on their network.
Yeah.
I mean, last year I didn't go. I don't think I've gone the last 2 years. Something.
You didn't go to the ESPYs last year?
No, Jeffrey, stop it. No, but I remember watching on TV. They would not show the freaking scores. Like, they were like the first day, they would not even show Penn State wrestlers. Then they weren't showing the scores until it was over. And then it was like, okay, well, we have no one else to show. We have to show you the Penn State guys. Oh, and by the way, they're ahead by 90 points on day 2. I mean, it was unbelievable. I mean, I know that they have to sell it, but we're to the point now where it's like, I'm going to watch it to see how actually good they can, like how big they can win.
Yeah.
Like, it's ridiculous what's going on, dude.
Well,
like,
it is.
You're even witnessing it live.
Yeah, even more so because of the commitment that, again, some of these other programs are making. Like, Iowa's doing everything it can. Ohio State, I think, is doing everything it can. Obviously, Oklahoma State is all in. And I think, there's some other programs that are fully invested here too. Nebraska, I think Michigan is trying to. They're committed. I think they got to get some things figured out, but that is a program that wants to get back into the mix. And then, you have schools like Virginia Tech and North Carolina State, Cornell.
North Carolina?
I mean, so where the teams that are, and again, it's not a ton of teams, I get it, but the teams that do have the resources and the passion for the sport and that, I mean, they are going all in to try to chase down Penn State. And Penn State just keeps widening the gap and setting the new standard for excellence. Again, the potential, and we'll see how it plays out. Again, I'm not guaranteeing anything, but there is it would not be shocking, I'll put it that way, for a third straight season for this program to set a new scoring mark at the NCAA tournament. Well, obviously, I mean, setting a scoring mark is, you do that one time, it's like, man, that was special. Boy, that program ought to feel if that happens. Really, even if it doesn't, I mean, they set a record 2 years in a row. And again, to even be in the conversation then that third straight year, to be in the realm of being able to chase it down and set a new record again, I mean, obviously unprecedented, but also, like, it is just hard to get your head around how remarkable what this program is doing and what it has created. Really is. And it is a testament, obviously, to Cale, but really to Cale, Casey, and Cody, and their ability to put, and there's a bunch of, Pat Kraft is obviously involved, Michael Schroeder. I mean, everybody involved with the program. Nick Lee has been a phenomenal addition as an assistant. But what those three men did in terms of having the vision, building the program, doing it the right way, and then not being satisfied. Again, you win 8 national titles in 9 NCAA tournaments. Be pretty easy to say, hey, we know what we're doing. We got this. But it's kind of that Tiger Woods mentality. It's like, well, do we need to switch anything up to become better? Like, it is cool what we've done, and they recognize that. I mean, they don't dwell on it at all, but they recognize. Yeah, I mean, 12 national titles and a 14 NCAA tournament span. They know that's pretty darn impressive, but their focus is on, all right, how do we get better? What can we do to make the program a little bit better, to get our kids to develop a little bit more and to further their careers a little better? And to take a program that is already at the top and go another level higher and then another level higher. And again, we'll see how this year finishes up, but it feels like on track to go another level higher. I mean, that is crazy good. Like you can't.
It's incomparable. That's
it is.
It's like counting to infinity. It's like you can't do it. It's like you have nothing to compare this to with what they're doing. And then it's the attitude that they have that you talk about.
Yeah.
The attitude they have is like they're not cocky. They're not arrogant. They have a swagger to them because they know how good they are.
Yeah.
But they there's nothing like bad about what they're doing. They're not jerks, you know? I mean, they're all about the team and then making the team better. And it's like, you imagine that? It's unbelievable what's going on here. Unbelievable. I mean, how many times have I said it in the last 5 years? So before we go to break, I got to tell my one Cleveland story for the national title.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that I have told you this before. So if you recall, we struggled the first day in Cleveland.
Oh, I recall.
Yeah, okay, well, and then we were in a suite right behind the Ohio State parents section. So their kids were running over there, and they kept on looking back at us because we were cheering Penn State. We all had Penn State gear on. And they're looking back at us like, yeah, take that, you know, yada. Just that, like, jerk mentality, but that, like, the kids weren't looking back, nor were the dads.
Yeah.
Because they knew it was coming. And I'm telling you, they shut their mouths. Then they started winning a couple matches, and then they started running their mouths a little bit, and then the semifinals happened, and they got shellacked. And then, Bo went out and did what he did in pinning that cat.
Yeah.
Who was it?
Miles Martin. Yep.
Okay. So he goes out there and does that. And I'm telling you, we just sat there. First of all, I was stunned that he did it because I thought he was going to get pinned. And then he was laughing about it afterwards. Like, oh, I've done that since I was a little kid.
Yep.
That to me was the coolest thing. But then the fact that there was 20,000 people in that arena, and then 15,000 are against Penn State. Because I mean, that's just how it happens. That's just how it works. If you're not a Penn State fan, you're not a Penn State fan. And when you're going to root against Penn State because they are so dominant. And then they go out and you do that, and just amazing the level of intensity on that building. And when he pinned them, everybody, even people who were rooting against Penn State, were like, oh, my God, that just happened. And that was probably the closest tournament they've had in the last 10 years because they have just run roughshod lately in the last couple of years.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's
actually, I'm running out of words to even say for them.
Yeah.
I can't imagine your job. My Lord.
No, it is breathtaking to be around. No doubt about it.
Breathtaking.
There you go.
Wow,
take a break here and be back with a final segment on the Tuesday edition. You're listening to the Lion Country Kia Goon and Ironhead show here from Quaker Steak and Lube, where the all-you-can-eat wing buffet will be getting underway here in 27 minutes or so from now. Again, we're back in mere minutes.
From decorating the tree to family dinners, gift exchanges, and get-togethers, the holidays are filled with traditions. Why not start a new one this year with a Kia during the Season of New Tradition sales event at Lion Country Kia? No matter where you're traveling this holiday season, the spacious 7-seater 2025 Kia Telluride can get you there. Lion Country Kia has 16 available with as low as 0.9% APR for up to 60 months or up to $2,000 in Kia finance rebates. But that's not all. Lion Country Kia has a great selection of Kia Serenos, Sportages, Seltos, and more. There's 84 vehicles ready to move. And many have Kia's Season of New Tradition sales event retail bonus cash as high as $1,000. Happy holidays from the staff at Lion Country Kia, 1334 Driveover Street off Shiloh Road behind Sam's Club, State College.
Get our Best Wings USA, signature sauces, mouth-watering appetizers, or any of our delicious award-winning lube favorites.
Great times, great food. Get to Quaker Steak Lube.
I'm the Modelo Recruiter, and I'm looking for fans with good hands and great speed. The ones who stay focused and never miss a play. They go the distance on game day, even when their team is away. I'm always watching, always looking to reward more full-time fans. Because football isn't really football without you.
Lusk & Associates Sotheby's International Realty proudly presents the introduction of our new State College office at 314 South Borough Street in State College. At Sotheby's International Realty, we advertise locally, nationally, and internationally, bringing the best of advertising and promotion to each and every one of our properties, big or small. Call now.
A lot has changed about State College. One thing that hasn't is W.C. Clark's Coffee Roasters on 234 East Calder Way. 30 different varieties of specialty coffee beans sourced from over 25 countries and roasted with love each morning in Happy Valley for over 45 years. They'll ship their fresh roasted coffee from their doorstep to yours. Order online at statecollegecoffee.com. That's statecollegecoffee.com.
Hi, welcome to Timberland Federal Credit Union, a financial cooperative for its members, tracing all the way back to 1973.
Experience Timberland Federal Credit Union, where you're greeted with a smile and financial solutions are tailored to your unique life journey. Here, we're not just financial professionals, we're your neighbors, people invested in your financial needs, literacy, and empowerment. Your dreams matter to us, whether they're about buying a home, growing a nest egg, or embarking on new adventures. TFCU draws from the past and invests in the future, offering modern tools like online banking to give you the freedom to manage your money practically anytime. Additionally, we're passionate about giving back both time and resources because enhancing our community is at the core of why we're here. Visit TFCU in person or online to learn more about our services and apply for a membership today.
WFXS, once again.
The Fox,
your sports radio.
Broadcasting live, loud and proud from Central PA's Sports Authority, WFXS America.
98.7, the Fox State College.
I am back here on a Tuesday afternoon.
So hot out.
I am.
Are you over it?
I am not. Well, the shoveling I'm over. I am done with the shoveling.
Live in a homeowners association. Good.
Yeah, sidewalks are my enemy. Not a big fan. Anyways,
that was an easy snow. Come on now. That was a powdery snow. That was,
but the snowplow and what it leaves at the end of the sidewalk and the driveway, that was not a powdery snow.
That was a very caked up, frozen pile of ice.
And lot
you
of
sit there like, are you serious, dude? Are you serious? I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah,
that's pretty funny.
Very, very crazy. All right, so again, Penn State Wrestling and the hockey teams, what they are doing,
pretty good,
really, really fun stuff. Basketball, Goon, last night, I really thought when they made that run, it's like, all right, here we go.
They reeled me in again.
Finally, and then just could not get over the hump. That was frustrating because you just kept feeling like it. All right, it's there. Go take it, and it just. Ohio State did some really good things down the stretch. Penn State just couldn't quite get over the hump. They'll have another chance here on Thursday night, and then would love to see them get a good crowd or a great crowd even for the Sunday matchup with Minnesota coming off of this wild Penn State sports weekend. And it would obviously be great if they could get the win at Northwestern, get a little something kick-started, and then come in and take care of business at home and just start to, plant the seeds that, maybe this thing is in fact heading in the right direction, and see what you can do here down the stretch to get some good vibes. Again, they need to get another player or two. Yannick Niederhauser is going to the NBA All-Star Weekend as part of the G League team. It's really cool. And it's also like you can't help, right? If you're a Penn State fan, it's like, man, it's cool. We love seeing you have the success. And also, you know what would have been really cool is seeing you out on the Mingo and company this season. Again, that's the way it goes. I get it. No use crying over spilt milk, as they say. But, oh, man, you do wonder how different this thing would be had he, in fact, stayed and returned this season. It feels like this season would look a little different at this stage.
I'm coming back to the show on Thursday with some answers.
Yeah.
I want to know what a G League guy is making.
Well, he's played what, in 25 games for the Clippers?
Yeah, so
now?
I got to figure out what he's got. He's got a G League contract. Yeah. He have like one of those, it'd be interesting to see if he's making $800,000 a year. What would he have made here? $800,000 for the G League is a lot of money. A lot of money,
Yeah.
So that's just how I feel. I mean, you're right. It is the old, why did he go to? Does he just want to go to the NBA? He doesn't want to deal with college basketball anymore. But you can make more money in college basketball now than you can in the NBA.
Yeah, that is such a weird.
It's a
weird thing too with the the number of players and football too that are going to stick around for another year here because, hey, this is guaranteed money coming back to college. Now, again, first-round draft picks, okay, different deal. But, if you're, hey, I think I'm a 6th, 7th-round pick or possible free agent, so there's no guarantee. Again, very, good chance, but no guarantee. Or I can come back here, wherever your university is, and remain big man on campus, remain, part of a
you have the number
culture, all of that.
Do you want me back? This is the number I want. Penn State wants to make the decision to go after that, then let's go.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a different world. It's a whole different world out there in regards to this and that stuff. I mean, I'm the biggest fan of constantly saying, well, remember we talked about this, but I have been talking about the NIL being not sustainable and this and that, and Booch has been from day one. Wait until guys start suing the NCAA to come back to play more because they're not going to be able to make the money they can in college playing. There's no professional football that's going to pay them that kind of money that they're getting right now.
Yeah.
And it's crazy, and that's just the way it is. And there are guys now, I don't know the guy from Vanderbilt, I forget his name already, but, he's going to sue for he's suing for more time, but that's, I think he's already been at the Senior Bowl this week, or one of the bowl games, so he is already, done with the college football route. But, I saw something the other day. Did you see the guy from Alabama who was in the 2023 basketball NBA draft? Yeah. And he's suing to come back to the NCAA, and they're allowing it.
Well,
he's trying to get it.
No, they are. Again, it was listening to some of the national guy. It's getting the right judge, finding the right judge, knowing how to work the system to this point.
Lawyers.
Yes, it is. Well, so through all of this, and again, it's a futile exercise. I understand, but would you not like to somehow get a peek into the alternative universe where the NCAA has some forethought, has some foresight, is listening to Joe Paterno in the early 1980s, and what this thing would look like. And again, I get it. It's a waste of time. It's not what happened, and it's not. We're not going to go down this route. We're too late. That opportunity is gone. But I would love to just get a glimpse into the alternative universe where that is what happened, where say, hey, yeah, you know what? We are making a lot of money off these college sports, and we have, we're relying on a lot of these kids come from very tough backgrounds. How about we share a little bit and give them the opportunity, back in the early 80s here, just a couple $100, maybe $100 stipend a week, maybe just during the season to start. And then as the coffers continue to build and we go through the 80s, you know what? We can do $500 a month.
Do I get a bonus for winning the national title?
A month.
Do I get a bonus for the national title?
I don't even think it would have come up. I
That's
think
a good question.
You're getting no money, and you're going to now. Oh wait, we're getting a stipend.
Yes.
And then it increases, and I don't know what it would be up to now. Again, the alternative universe. I would love to have seen that where nobody then would be arguing now, like. It would be student athletes. We wouldn't have, guys looking at you funny when you ask, hey, how are you managing classes while you're classes? What?
I'm online, buddy.
No, I haven't worried about that since I transferred from Georgia.
I thought about my era, $5,000 a month is $60K a year. And then probably by now would be $10,000 a month. That's $120K a year.
I don't even know that it would be. I'm telling you, people would have been. I don't even think it would be. I mean, you might be right. I don't
in
know.
the early 80s, it would have been $2,000 a month, and they'd be like, oh my God, they're getting overpaid. They would have gone crazy because people were making $40,000.
No, that's what I'm saying. But the athletes would have been. I am telling you, like, if it had been $100 a week during the season, not even, I'm just saying, like, so you're getting $1,200. I am telling you, in the early 80s, where it was inconceivable that you would get a cent, you couldn't even get cream cheese on your bagel if you were on a recruiting visit, for crying out loud. Like, people would have been genuinely grateful. Like, oh man, this is cool. And then again, I think eventually, in this alternative universe where you have people that actually have some forethought, some foresight, they're thinking it through. It's like, you know what, we could actually probably double that, and maybe it would be up to what you're talking about. I don't even think, like, I think in this alternative universe, if kids now were making $10,000 a year, wait, I'm making money playing a sport that, and I'm getting the scholar, like. If it had been done like that, gradually, where you weren't expecting anything, and where the NCAA was like, oh, yeah, you know what, we really should be doing this to recognize and help out, and maybe even in some hardship cases, we do, hey, you can ask for even a little more money to cover, whatever. Like something else would have been worked out, and none of this that we have now, but there was no.
You want to hear a story?
No forethought.
You ask any of my teammates or anybody who played before me, before they were getting paid. And then it may have been the same thing with wrestling. Dude, when they gave out meal money for an away trip, did that happen with wrestling? But did it happen 10 years ago? So, like, okay, so just sit there, I'm saying, in 1992, we went to BYU and we spent Saturday night there. So they had figured, okay, we got to take care of these guys. We got $44 or something like that. You would have thought we had just discovered the cure for AIDS in that locker room, the way we were running around for $44.
Yeah.
And it was like little kids just like, I got money. That was like big time for us. And now it's $44,000, and it's like, ooh.
And some are unhappy. That's not enough. Wing flavor of choice. To answer, we had somebody asking about what's the story for the wrestling broadcast. I don't know. I'm hearing different things from different people about what was or it wasn't actually happening. we did the broadcast. I did the broadcast. I don't know what happened with the distribution. I'll try to dig into that a little more.
Is it the Maryland match?
Yes. Apparently, at least it sounds like we missed the first match on the radio. I'm hearing different things about what was or wasn't happening with the streaming. Again, I don't know. I know, like, we had the connection. Like, I had the connection from my place to the studio that distributes it. So that part was good. I don't know on the other stuff. The way it works now, it's just a different. Again, everything's different in this era. But I'm kind of just working with one producer that's in another state, and all I'm doing is he's letting me know. All right, you go. And then I'm letting him know, hey, we need to play the commercial break. And all right, we're done for the day. And so I'm really out of the loop on the actual distribution of the broadcast. So I will try to do a little digging today and see if I can find out what did or didn't happen. So I'm not sure, and I'm not trying to evade the question. I don't know, and I'm getting a little bit of conflicting information from some different people. So I don't know. All right, and then we have what's the wing flavor of choice today? So they have again, one of the great things about the wing buffet, which gets underway here at 4:00 at Quaker Steak and Lube,
True that.
is they have first of all, they have 6 or 8 different flavors that are out. But if there's you're like, oh man, my favorite is this, and it's not available. Well, actually,
they will
it
make
is.
them.
You let them know, hey, my favorite is actually this. Louisiana Liquors is still awfully hard to beat.
That's your favorite.
That is really hard to beat. Now, the Arizona Ranch is just kind of the go-to here for the dear Goon and Ironhead here, and that is also hard to beat. I don't know that I could pick between those two, and that's why the wing buffet is so wonderful. You don't have to pick. You can have both, and then
you come in. You can have 10 different wings and 10 different flavors.
I will
figure it out.
The garlic parmesan has been that was one of those. I resisted even trying that for a long time because I'm like, wings, there's just certain things that just don't sound like they go together. And for some reason, I had it in my mind, like, well, no, it needs to be more of a barbecue-y thing. Or a hot sauce with the wings. And so garlic parmesan just did not. Well, now I finally tried it. I'm like, oh, wow. This is actually fantastic. So I wouldn't say it is my all-time favorite, but man, I am really happy anytime I get a chance to have some garlic parmesan wings here at Quaker Steak and Lube. But Louisiana Liquors and Arizona Ranch would be my two go-tos. But honestly, I think I have now had I haven't done the atomic ridiculous. I like hot.
I would tell you that story.
But I do have a limit, and I know my limit, and I don't push it.
I don't. I have a limit, and I do not go near it without it's just the smell of it. So
yes.
There was a time here about 4 or 5 years ago when we had a guy here who was pretty much he'll finish every plate of food on the table. Okay?
Yep.
Otherwise known as Sammy the Bull. No names need to be provided, but his name's Sammy the Bull. So he will finish every platter. So if you eat 9 of your 12 wings and there's 3 wings there, you just pass them over. He'll get to them. He's not going to eat that the whole time, but he'll get to them. So I said, I'm going to get Sammy to that. I'm going to order a pack of 3 atomics, right? And I put them in on the table right in front of him. There's like 4 other plates in front of them. There's like 15 total wings there. And an hour later, I turn around. I'm like, oh, my God, that wing looks so good. It sure as hell I atomic wing myself. And I was like, I'm in like mid-bite.
Yourself.
Mid-bite, I'm like, oh, my God, I think this is the atomic. Oh, my God. And I was done. No. I was guzzling milk and water for the next hour and a half. So, yes, but just that's the best part about the buffet is coming in and trying 10 different flavors and then trying this. If you want boneless, if you want tenders, if you want this or that, you just ask for it. I was on a diet 4 years ago, and I was on a grilled chicken diet, but I still wanted the buffet was there. I was like, can I get 2 pieces of grilled chicken? And they're like, they'll be out in 2 minutes.
Yeah.
and they just bang them out in the back, and they come out and they have my own sauces and bang them out and good to go.
No, I am telling you, when we again, and it's going to be within reason. Like, customers always right. We'll serve. Well, they're not going to go, hey, can I substitute this wing for a nice filet mignon?
Yep.
Okay, there's some limit.
And what's the best part of the wing buffet?
But
I've told you this a million times.
I am telling you, they are as accommodating here as any staff I have ever seen at any restaurant. That is just a fact.
Good to hear.
What's the best part?
It's the size of the wings. Most people have a buffet.
They are
like
the regular.
They'll throw the crap wings out there that have broken.
No, that's a great.
Broken limbs and this and that. They're a little smaller. No, these are the exact ones that they serve during the week, every day. They just use them, and they are so good. They got it down. It's perfected down to it's a science.
It's going to be hard to wait these final 5 minutes to get over there.
You get 2 minutes, and there's one of Alan's in there talking about the.
Yes. So I appreciate the info. I've heard from others that we were available online, so I appreciate the information. The Van Ness match, yes, on Sunday. So Shane Van Ness, ranked number 1 at 149, is wrestling the 7th ranked wrestler, who is a transfer from Oklahoma State. He falls behind 7-0, gets cradled up in the opening period, gets out of the cradle, gets off of his back, gets the escape. So it's 7-1 going into the second period. And then I'm not sure. We've seen some pretty spectacular takedown displays over the years, but 9 takedowns in 3 minutes and 41 seconds is what Shane Van Ness then proceeded to do through periods 2 and 3. And it was, I asked him about it after the match. Like, we talk about athletes being in the zone. Like, it just seemed like you were in the zone. And he said, yeah, I was definitely feeling like I was in my flow. He used the term flow, that he just, it was a situation where, again, he's pushing down on the head. As soon as the head was released, guy took a step back. It's like, all right, there's a point, and then boom, he's right back in on the legs. And it was as good a performance
score of that match.
31-15.
I have never seen that.
Yeah, it was bonkers. It really was. And a lot of fun to watch and a lot of fun to call.
No wonder your voice was gone.
All right, we will be back on
sounds
Thursday with another edition of the Lion Country Kia Goon and Ironhead Show. Until then, be good and be safe.
From decorating the tree to family dinners, gift exchanges, and get-togethers, the holidays are filled with traditions. Why not start a new one this year with a Kia during the Season of New Tradition sales event at Lion Country Kia? No matter where you're traveling this holiday season, the spacious 7-seater 2025 Kia Telluride can get you there. Lion Country Kia has 16 available with as low as 0.9% APR for up to 60 months or up to $2,000 in Kia finance rebates. But that's not all. Lion Country Kia has a great selection of Kia Sorentos, Sportages, Seltos, and more. There's 84 vehicles ready to move. And many have Kia's Season of New Tradition sales event retail bonus cash as high as $1,000. Happy holidays from the staff at Lion Country Kia, 1334 Driveover Street, off Shiloh Road, behind Sam's Club, State College.
If you love wings, if you love rings, and all kinds of other tempting things, great times, great food, get to Quaker Steak Lube.
Get our Best Wings USA signature sauces, mouth-watering appetizers, or any of our delicious award-winning lube favorites.
Great times, great food, get to Quaker Steak Lube.
I'm the Modelo Recruiter, and I'm looking for fans with good hands and great speed. The ones who stay focused and never miss a play. They go the distance on game day, even when their team is away. I'm always watching, always looking, to reward more full-time fans. Because football isn't really football without you.
Lusk & Associates Sotheby's International Realty proudly presents the introduction of our new State College office at 314 South Borough Street in State College. At Sotheby's International Realty, we've advertised locally, nationally, and internationally, bringing the best of advertising and promotion to each and every one of our properties, big or small. Call now.
A lot has changed about State College. One thing that hasn't is W.C. Clark's Coffee Roasters on 234 East Calder Way. 30 different varieties of specialty coffee beans sourced from over 25 countries and roasted with love each morning in Happy Valley for over 45 years. They'll ship their fresh roasted coffee from their doorstep to yours. Order online at statecollegecoffee.com. That's statecollegecoffee.com.
Hi, welcome to Timberland Federal Credit Union, a financial cooperative for its members, tracing all the way back to 1973.
Experience Timberland Federal Credit Union, where you're greeted with a smile and financial solutions are tailored to your unique life journey. Here, we're not just financial professionals, we're your neighbors, people invested in your financial needs, literacy, and empowerment. Your dreams matter to us, whether they're about buying a home, growing a nest egg, or embarking on new adventures. TFCU draws from the past and invests in the future, offering modern tools like online banking to give you the freedom to manage your money practically anytime. Additionally, we're passionate about giving back both time and resources because enhancing our community is at the core of why we're here. Visit TFCU in person or online to learn more about our services and apply for a membership today.
WFXS, once again,
The Fox,
your sports radio.
Broadcasting live, loud and proud from Central PA's Sports Authority, WFXS America.